I'm hyper. I just got done listening to my second favorite playlist or mod in Minecraft, which is Dragon Block C. And I'm talking to myself. Then, anyways, hey guys, welcome back to our proper episode of DM's lesson. If this let's play can help you guys understand life a little better, I want it to. I want to make it seem more like a lesson by having the Bible, the Holy Great Bible. The Bible that writes everything that that happened before any of us was even born. Or probably some of it happened during your parents' time. Maybe. I have to ask. But I'm gonna start it out. So, anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. Let's get into it. Lesson of today is life number 101. You probably heard that from a show I did. I use it as something different. We are starting on lesson number 101, which means treat people with respect and obey the law. I have a lot of problems and a lot of disagreements in this. Maybe an example, like you have to treat people the way that you want to be treated. Otherwise, it ain't fair for other people. So, like, let's say you were at school. You saw someone that was getting treated better than you and respected better than you. And all you had were friends who would argue, fuss, and just be pure mean to you. But yet you felt like you wanted them to treat you the way they wanted to treat you. So, like, if you wanted to be treated with kindness, or you wanted to be respected in a manner way, that's how most people live. They want to be respected. I'm in that category. Okay, who doesn't want to be respected? I mean, who doesn't want to be treated with kindness? I mean, but anyways, and you wanted it. Well, getting treated mean and all is not being treated the way you want to be treated. So practically, I've seen this at my own high school. Why do you people do it? You argue, and you guys will argue about the most stupidest things I've ever heard. I mean, I can't say nothing because I do it with my brother all the time. But yet, you guys argue over stuff I've never heard of. You guys argue over football and basketball. I understand that because my football, basketball, and baseball team is Tar Heels. I've looked it up on the internet. Tar Heels have their own baseball team. I am a big, big fan of Tar Heels. I will argue over them. The only team, but people will not only argue over football, but like if one person criticizes the other person's team, you get mad and huffy and puffy about it and all that. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm setting an example. You argue about stupid stuff. Examples are like arguing over stupid stuff like football, basketball, or when you're playing a video game, you go to tell your friend and you just get mad and argue over a video game. Does it matter which video game is better as long as you play the one that you think is best? Why should you tell people what you do at the house when one, it's your business, two, it's your family's business, and three, it is nobody else's business but the teachers, principals, yourself, and the parents' business. Anyone that's anyone that is an adult and yourself, that's whose business it belongs to. Obey your teachers and principals. If they tell you to say something that you heard at school, then do it. I'm not going to tell you that. Anyways, but trying to remember. Past that, besides getting into my own emotional feelings right now, because what I might be thinking about what the comments will be. Yeah, I'm real easy to be. I'm a emotional person. I get real emotional real quick. But yeah, there are people like that these days who will argue over stuff. And now people are getting worse. I mean, everyone on my channel I think is awesome. Everyone everyone who watches this and is subscribed, I think you guys are the best. And not you guys, but other people that is not subscribed. People like that, why would you hang out with them? Yes, I know they've been your friends for years and they change, but if they start making fun of your family, your mom, your dad, your uncle, and any of them, then why hang out with people who make fun of your family and the stuff you love and don't want to be made fun of? Why do you hang out with people who you know who will make fun of you and your family and that stuff, even though you would fight to defend it? I couldn't understand fighting for something you heard that was a disagreement. I'm going to share one of mine. So, like at school, I have my ears open. If I hear a single person saying anything mean, bad, if I hear anyone saying anything mean or bad about my dad or brother, I will get mad and I will say something to them. I will just tell them, hey, or watch it. Yes, I do get mean, I do get yelled, I do get talked down to about it all the time. Time. Anyways, and I don't like it. And also, my middle name is Max. To those who remember the show, my name rhymes with a familiar show of Max and Ruby. I'm gonna be honest. I do not care about the name. It's just what frustrates me about being called that, and the aggravating part is when they named me after a bunny. And for one thing, I mean, because that's a cartoon show. How am I related to a bunny with my middle name? That ain't fair. To be called something I don't want to be called. Max and Ruby, the rabbits. I'm Max, the human, with a better family than a bunny or rabbit family. Don't get me wrong, I like rabbits and bunnies. I like all animals. I like everyone. There's no reason to hate no one, no one to dislike anything. Yeah, it's really hard to keep that in mind, but still, you can't just hate someone. So, getting on to the law thing, and I actually have something to say. So, like, back in the old days, when Moses and his when Moses was still around and God gave him a message to go and gave God a message. God gave Moses a message to go and and Moses was given a request by God. God told Moses to go get all my people and take them out to the promise. And God told him to go and take them to the promised land. Well, let me say he asked or request. God requested and asked Moses to do it. It took Moses a few days, but in the end, the king who rejected to take God's people out, in the end, finally accepted it. And Moses took God's people out. Moses led them. And then I got the DVD, skip a little ways, and like the rules began with the 10 commandments. 10 things you had to obey, 10 rules and laws that you had to obey back then. Boy, how fun would it be to just have 10 laws and rules to obey? Not good, because the world that we know today is a lot different than it was back then. And the reason why we're more strict than we were then is probably because of how everything's changed. I mean, if you notice, now all you see on the news is not only the weather, but people or hearing people getting shot, killed, arrested, or stuff getting blown up. And that stuff's getting worser and worser by the minute, day, and hour. I mean, who wouldn't agree that? But the things and terrible things that are happening, who wouldn't? Sorry about that. My headphones hit it. Who wouldn't agree to have the rules we have today? And because of the things that are happening at school, as well, like shots being heard at school, people getting killed at school, people getting people getting kidnapped at school, at this. And I mean, I ended up seeing it back then. Before I became a Christian, I wanted things to go my way. I wanted things to be like how I wanted. When I became a Christian, I realized no matter what you do, what you say, things won't always go your way. And things won't always be easy. Things will always, and life will just get harder, harder, and harder on you. Until Nate, until the world has you pinned against the wall, and you have this choice to either disobey the world or follow God. A lot of people these days get confused in that area and they're like, I don't know what to do. The world may have a better choice. I don't know what they mean by world, but I like to use what other people uses at church. And I'm passionate because my pastor's amazing. And you just have to realize that you, for us living here, to everyone on this planet, it seems like you could live without God. The truth is, we can't live without Him. He made us. He made the earth. He made trees, he made the ground, he made the water, he made everything we know today and know as our knowledge. And he had help with his son in the progress. Adam named all the animals we know. Adam named all the animals. God told Adam to name the animals. Adam and Eve lived for a long time before dying. Before they died, they had millions of kids. That's how our population started, with the first human and girl on earth, Adam and Eve. If you want to know more about that, read the Bible, guys. Go buy one. I mean, look at this thing. It's filled with a lot of beautiful knowledge you can learn. See, it even says here the Lord spoke to Moses in the Sinai on the first day of the second month of the second year after the Israelites came out of Egypt. He said, take a census of the whole Israelite, command by their clans and family, listing every man by name, one by one, you and Adam, or whatever that's Aaron, are to number by their divisions, all the men in. Yeah, if you get the Bible, you can read more about it. I have hard time reading. But everything you want to know about what happened and how all of this was created, read the Bible. Or go to church and ask your preacher about this. I promise you, anyone will be more than happy to tell you. More than happy. But so like Moses was one day told or requested by God to go up to this big mountain and to wait for 2 days. Moses went to the mountain and sat there for the last 2 days. I believe he waited 2 days. Haven't read the Bible in a while. I plan on start reading it again. But it was 2 days or something like that, and God came to him and like here, and God just told him all these wonderful rules. Literally, this is one of the rules that we get messed up a lot. Seems like the people these days forgot the 10 Commandments. And if our government and president would just realize this, maybe there's a way we can bring the 10 Commandments back. I would love, sorry about that, my headphones again. I would love to see the 10 Commandments that God originally created be, and see the rules being used again. One of the rules that God made was to obey your mom and dad and always do what they ask. I get messed up in that general area a lot. It's really hard to do it, really. Before in the video, the complete lesson of today is learn how to be kind to others and obey the law. Because if we got in the law, what do we have? And if you're not being kind, you're just being cruel. I'm cruel a lot when I get real mad, but after my anger management classes, I learned how to control it, so I'm learning more and more day by day about anger and how to control it better. So, the lesson of the day is don't do something that you know you'll regret the rest of your life. If you want to be treated if you want others to treat you the way you want to be treated, I mean, if you want to be treated the way you want to be treated, why not treat other people the way they want to be treated, and then those people will treat you the way you want to be treated. Instead of arguing, fussing, and all that, and it's really hard to do it. And those who will watch this video, Tori, I want you to listen. Tori Gaming, who's one of my buddies. He has his own channel. I'm subscribed to him. He's a really good buddy of mine. Tori, Asher, Spartan, Epic Line. I really want you guys to focus on this sentence. I'm going to tell you, guys. It's really hard to be a Christian, because now you have people who are hunting down and killing them. And to one of my online buddies, or to all my online buddies who have been Christians before, yes, it really is hard to keep faith. But the main thing that gives you the ability to keep your faith in God and Jesus is that think about it. No matter what we do, I won't say, but no matter what we do, or no matter what we do in our life, no matter how bad or good it is, God will always love us for us. So why can't we? For us, someone may do something terrible and we may never trust them again. But God will trust us no matter what we do. Or probably say, I'm not real good with this. I've only been a Christian for 2 months now. But I'm learning. You got to keep faith, guys. You got to hang around people who will treat you better than what you're being treated now. There are people nowadays who will just cuss people out for no other reasons. Tori, don't say nothing, Tori. Probably saying people cussing out randomly. It could be anybody. Brothers, sisters, who may be cussing out other brothers and sisters for no reason. But God gave us the choice of free will. We have the choice to choose who. God gave us our free will. God ain't going to force us to be a Christian. No, it's our decision to be a Christian or not. My decision is to be a Christian. You just gotta keep your faith, your trust, and your belief in Him. And in order to do that, buy you a Bible, read it, and once you learn more about it, one of the things about being a Christian is that if you cuss, being a Christian means you could never cuss again. And to those who have cussed for like years, and you're just now trying to be a Christian, to those people it really is going to be hard to stop cussing for a while. But what you got to do is that every time you say word without cussing, you got to remember how it feels to not cuss. Put that in your head and try and imagine the words you're going to say before you say it without cussing. Without the words of the cuss words you use. That's what I use all the time. So, yeah, guys. You just have to learn this stuff. And, you guys just have to hold Him. If this helps anyone, I hope it did. See you guys next time. for another lesson with me. And I got something to share with you. Well, I can't share it now, but I'm working on something. It is the top secret. Top secret. To where I can't even tell you guys till I get done. But I will give you a hint. It involves me writing words on a piece of paper that will hopefully well, all I can say is paper and pencil. That's the hint. Super secret. Put a comments below if you get the hint, and if you say the right thing for the super secret. If I reply to you, if I just say pencil paper like I did, and you get it. Bye guys. See you later. Phone's getting dead. I got a top secret I'm working on. I will share it with you guys. I almost spoiled it there. Right in there next time. It's time. See you later. Yay.